So, chilling out here in I don't actually know exactly where we are, but we're probably about 10, 15 minutes away from Mount Rushmore in a national forest, just hanging out here camping. Just spent the whole day. I was doing some programming and just kind of enjoying life. It's really beautiful out here. I mean, that rock structure just over there, you got like the birds chirping. It's not too many bugs. It's really just kind of amazing here. And I was sort of thinking about life and uh, why humans are sort of built to be nomadic. So I've lived in a lot of different places throughout my life, right? Um, I lived in America for a long time, lived in California, lived in Ohio, lived in Japan. I've been Now we've been traveling for the last maybe 4 months or so, just kind of living either in hotels or in the car. And you know, I feel like they're all good, right? And I think that the thing that I've realized is no matter where you are, you're always going to be gaining something, you're always going to be losing something, and there really is no perfect place. So it kind of helps to be nomadic. So for example, when I was in Japan, I missed a lot of the things in the United States. For example, like I really like peanut butter, and peanut butter in Japan you can find it, but it's pretty expensive and a little bit hard to find. And they have this thing called like peanut paste or whatever. That's not really peanut butter. Like real peanut butter is just peanuts that are ground up. But peanut paste is like peanuts with a bunch of other filling and just kind of gross. It's like a peanut frosting type thing, which they sell in place of peanut butter. And I missed having like big personal space. So it's like you have to have like a little small apartment, a small kitchen. You don't have a yard. You won't have a car. So those are all things that you kind of miss a little bit living in the big city, right? But then it's like when I'm back in America, when I'm living in California, I miss a lot of things about Japan. It's like I miss how walkable it is. I miss the public transportation. I miss the no tipping. I miss all the restaurants. I miss all these things. Uh, and then like also you're kind of like stuck in one place because it's kind of hard to get out of the city. Like if you get out of the city, I mean you can rent a car or you can take trains out, but you're kind of limited to where you can go. um, and then it's like now we're traveling throughout the United States with a car, which is absolutely awesome, right? It's like we're able to see all these cool places, uh, you know see Mount Rushmore, see Wyoming, see Nevada, go to hot springs, go to all these like really cool places. And it's quite amazing, right? All the places we're able to see, but we're also just living in the back of a car, right? So there is no running water. We have to use water bottles for everything or use our camp shower. We have to um, think about where we're going to park all the time. We have to make sure the car is well maintained. uh, I mean, you don't have flushing toilets. You have to go outside or to find like a gas station to go to. But we get to experience days like today, which are absolutely amazing. And I think kind of like the main takeaway that I have is that when you are in one place, you don't have like you don't have everything, right? It's like if you're in the country, you miss the things in the city. When you're in the city, you miss the things in the country. When you're one place, you might want to be nomadic. When you're nomadic, uh, you might want to settle down. And I think like what I've ultimately concluded is that it probably makes sense to just do a bit of everything, right? And I think that might be where people are happiest, or that might be where I'm happiest at least. Where I think like it'd be ideal to spend like maybe 4 months in Japan, 4 months in the United States, and then another 4 months just kind of traveling around or something like that. That might be like a really good lifestyle to have, and it feels more natural too. Like a lot of humans throughout history have been a little bit nomadic, right? Where they were moving and chasing the weather, chasing the sun, right? It's like um, you had all of the nomads who used to be doing like the hunting and gathering and they would move with the seasons and look for the berries and the plants and the animals. And they would try to avoid the winter, and they would just kind of go where they were treated best. And then after farming was invented like 10,000 years ago or so, people started staying in one place. But I don't know. I think that like uh, I feel really happy just moving around, and um, it's nice to be in one place. But I feel like when you are stuck in one place, you kind of get into a routine really easily, and the days kind of tend to blend together a little bit, right? So, for example, in these 4 months we've been traveling, it's felt both very fast, but also very long at the same time. So, I don't know if you guys know about the concept of like time dilation, but basically, it's like your brain tends to remember things that are um, how do I put this? Like your brain tends to remember discrete events, and if like a single event is the same, you may not remember it. So, for example, let's say you go on like a 5 day vacation, and you go to a new country, and you're seeing a bunch of things, you have a bunch of firsts, maybe you eat some food that you never tried before, you go see some places you've never had uh, seen before. You kind of like are go completely out of your routine, um, and then when you're looking back at the vacation, like, man, that was quick, but like think of all the fun things I did, and it feels like, that week was like really kind of eventful. You did all these different things, but then like I remember during COVID, we were stuck at home, and I didn't leave the house for days on end. Like it might be like 5, 6, 7 days. It just you don't even leave the house. You just stock up for the week, and every day is kind of the same. And it felt like the entire year just kind of blended together into just one long year. It's like you kind of like lose track of the days, right? Um, and I think that that's a way to kind of waste your life really quickly, because it's just like you wake up and then you just lose the time, and that's really sad to think about, actually. But I think that if you are able to kind of move locations, you can really kind of switch up your mindset in a certain way. Like you kind of things will feel fresh when you move. So, for example, when I'm in California, in the Bay Area, there's a bunch of people working on in tech, on businesses and AI, and I feel like you're kind of able to work on your entrepreneurial muscle, your programming muscle, all that stuff, right? And then it's like if you go to other places, like people just don't care about work. They're just like focused on their life, right? If you're when I was in Tokyo, most of my friends, like a lot of them were working, but a lot of them just really focused on their life outside of work, and they just um, wanted to like enjoy their life and their time. But after work, they didn't talk about work. They don't talk about work at all. And I feel like that's good too. Good for happiness, right? It's not necessarily good for making money, right? Because when you're in America or whatever, and you're working in the Bay Area, you can focus on making money, right? But when you're in other places, a lot of people put more focus on life or family, and then that's also good. And I feel like you need it all, right? Which makes me think that like it'd be tough for me to have a mortgage, because like I don't know if I would want to stay in one place for 30 years. But I would be open, if we get enough money, I'd like to buy a couple houses, maybe buy a house in Japan, a house in California, maybe travel some other time of the year. It'd be really great to have like a house in Europe or something too, and then just like bop between them every couple months. Go to one place, get what you need. Go to the next place, get what you need. Go to the next place, get what you need. And to me, that feels kind of a way to have like true happiness, because like no one place can give you everything you need, right? Like in the countryside, as I said before, you have peace and nature and good air and clean food, and you're not necessarily looking at the computer all the time. But then when you're in the city, you have tons of restaurants and fun and people, and you can make your social connections. And then when you're in some other places, you could focus on business or whatever. And I think all those things are important. So I guess all that goes to say that I think it's important to keep moving and be nomadic. So yeah, hope you guys found that interesting. Let me know where would you move if you could have a couple houses? Like where would be the places that you would go to? Let me know in the comments. All right, catch you the next time.